after landing before applying the brakes, what is the total displacement of the aircraft between touchdown on the runway and coming to rest? So for this problem, diba, before na ko siya i-explain sa inyo on what to do, kaya inyo siya understood ninyo na ang acceleration is from here. Diba?
Yes, ma'am.
But instead, your acceleration is starting from the braking distance. So your acceleration, negative 4.47 meters per second squared is from here. Why? So ito, explanation ako before.
Nag-accelerate, ma'am.
Ay, basta nag-go.
And like, why acceleration na siya sa braking distance?
May nag-post pa.
Okay?
Nag-post pa lang. Wala pa siya nag-break.
Wala pa siya nag-press of
Brake.
So sa posting distance, nag-landing pala, this one is at constant velocity. Then, at the braking distance, at this point, dali na nag-press or i-press ang button for brakes sa jet line. There is a braking distance na. So you have your acceleration here. Your acceleration for coasting is 0. And your velocity here is still at 71.5 meters per second. Pero up to the rest, so V here is 0 na. Meters per second. So first step.
Placement of post.
Your displacement total is equal to delta x posting distance plus delta x braking distance, CD plus PD, posting distance plus braking distance. So to find your posting distance, you have your formula. Si formula na to. Squared. But this one, you have no acceleration. So this is automatic 0. So what you have left is V sub O 71.5 and 1 second. Therefore, your coasting distance will be equal to 71.5 meters. Next, hindi mo comfortable. Sila gamay antas sa masahan na balik. Next, you have delta x braking distance. So now we use again the same formula. BOP plus 1/2 AB squared. So again, the same. 71 and time.
Ma'am, lahat na ma'am. Lahat ang formula gamit ko.
What do you mean? I know, we have no time. Hindi ang time today. So, you use
V squared,
correct. You use the formula, the third equation, which is V squared is equal to VO squared plus 2A delta X distance. So, to isolate this one, braking distance, you have V squared minus over 2A. Nakuha name, follow ng sunod. So, you have to substitute V squared. So, the V squared. Final velocity.
0.
0. Minus 21.5 meters per second squared over 2A, which is negative 4.47 meters per second squared. Therefore, bila? Ano yung answer na rin? Check mo.
571.84.
571.84 meters. Therefore, your total is 71.5 meters plus
571.
71.84 meters or
643.34.
643.34
34.
meters. Hingalo na inyo ang ito. Na may extra?
Ano pa kaya?
Na may extra? Wala. Hingalo na inyo
Ano ang last?
Wala. Point 4. Point 4 next. Okay. So, next problem. Nakuha ni. So, at least nakasunod na. Nakuha ninyo na yung answer. The same answer.
Yes, ma'am. Pero,
Good. Next
i-deduction
problem.
ako X ako ang karpi ubay.
Next is about free fall objects or free fall motion. So what is a free fall motion? So this one is the same lang siya sa, this also belong to one-dimensional motion. This belongs to your one-dimensional motion. However, this is along y-axis. So instead of having this in terms of x, we have equation, the same equation but along y. So kani siya, delta y is equal to VOT plus 1/2 g. Instead of a, you have g, t squared, and v squared, vo squared plus 2g delta y. So take note, always take note, as a free fall, your g is equal to negative 9.81 meters per second squared. If you have this equations, if this 3, but if imong equation is negative, VOT minus 1/2 GT squared and VO squared minus 2G delta Y, you use G positive 9.81 meters per second squared. Ana. So be consistent. Okay, bawal siya interchange ha. Kaya kung interchange ninyo, mali inyong answer. Wrong inyong answer. So if positive, again, if positive ang imong equations, you use this one. And if negative imong equation, you use this one. Alternate lang. Nakuha? Sa be consistent, para safe mo, we use this one. Negative 9.81 and positive ang equations. So for the first problem, for free fall motion, okay na erase?
Yes.
You have a ball thrown from the top of a building with an initial velocity of 20 meters per second. So VO 20 meters per second straight upward na. At an initial height of 50 meters above the ground. So ang i-include sa 50 meters, it doesn't mean na 50 meters height sa building. 50 meters is from the ground up to the head or the point as a initial position ni ball. This one. So this is your 50 meters. Now, the ball just misses the edge of the roof, so it goes straight down. Determine the time needed for the ball to reach its maximum height. B, the maximum height. The time needed for the ball to return to the height from which it was thrown. Also, the time needed for the ball to reach the ground. And the velocity and position of the ball at 5 seconds. So first, we have to determine the time needed for the ball to reach its maximum height. So, pila to maximum height dire? Nasara ninyo ne?
Yes, ma'am.
Bagets ne?
Yes,
No
ma'am.
problem. So, for free fall motion, you have to use two main equations. Take note ha, these two equations. B, I hate markers. It's like, joke kami. motion. Sige, kapila naman free fall motion, this too will help you to survive free fall motion and equation. So first, the time needed for the ball to reach its maximum height. Pero asa ang maximum height?
Ma'am, sa pinakababaan dun sa naabtan sa ball.
Baba na ground?
Ay, sa ball.
You have to identify first. Aniha, you have to identify first where is your origin. Asa
Sa
tong
ball.
origin?
Sa ball, ma'am.
Ball. Kung Cartesian plane na siya, this one is 0, 0. Dili not always na imuhang ground ang 0. No. So this one is 0, 0. This one is negative 50. Anong iyahang height, positive something. Positive sa value sa maximum height. So for this one, before you determine the time, you have to find first the maximum height. So our maximum height is, so how to find the maximum height?
Kanang second.
I mean,
Maximum height.
ano, time first, time first before ang maximum height.
Time first.
V is equal to V sub O plus GB. You have, what is your V? Final velocity?
Zero.
Ano zero?
At rest man. Rest man.
Rest? Ay, mag-stop siya sa taas. Take note, basta sa free fall motion, sa pinaka-top, this one,
0.
so,
Marker na lang naging daw.
okay, markers. So for free fall, mapa-free fall projectile motion, you have your velocity equal to 0 sa maximum height. Why? Ano?
Rest.
Rest sa peak. So,
Potential energy.
At a millisecond, mag-rest siya sa peak. Then, balik na po, baba. Okay, kung dili siya 0 meters per second, kung dili siya 0, meaning, magpadayon siya o taas. So, sa siya outer space. So, dapat, at certain point, mag-0 dapat ang imuhang velocity sa peak. So, now, this is 0, initial. Plus, time. So your time is at peak 2.04 seconds. For letter P,
Second na formula.
what equation ang
Second, ma'am. Delta
second
Y.
equation? So BO again is, if yan na to siya, delta Y is
Final
minus
initial.
Our final is equal to
50. Ay, 0.
muning unknown. Muning maximum. Ang Y initial is
50, negative 50.
against follow. Pagkita pa ko sila na naman kung pinakalim mo. Pagkita pa ko.
Dili, ma'am.
Ano na tama?
Daw kay
Dili na makita si
Ano
ma'am.
na makitaan? So Y minus 0 follow ni. Tapos BO is equal to 20 time 2.04 plus 1/2 negative 9.81. So you have your Y equal to 20.4 meters. So you have 20.4 meters.
21 billion dollars.
So you have positive 20.4 meters. Next, letter C. Time needed for the ball to return to the height from which it was thrown.
Oh, dili siya i-add sa 50 boy.
Ano yan? Sabi? What equation do you use?
Time.
Ano yung tingnan to ha? Sige, let's take kung first equation, ano yung first equation? Di ba, unknown si time, na atay G, 9.81. Initial velocity na to, 20 meters per second, correct? Ang atong final velocity. At final velocity meaning final velocity direct.
Unknown.
Ipangita mo ng time kung ano sa Alec. Ako, nag-throw kong ball. Tapos 20 meters, bilang time, tapos balik na po direct.
Unknown.
So, unknown si,
1.
Final
unknown si V.
velocity.
Check ha. Again, time unknown. G given. VO given 20. Kani?
Unknown.
Unknown. Magamit dili. Dili. This one.
Saan natin gigamit?
Okay, balik na. Time unknown.
Unknown.
G given. Time unknown. VO.
Given.
Ha?
Given.
Given.
Yes. Given.
Pila? Pila? Zero. Anong zero? Kaya ibalik siya sa? Ibalik siya sa?
Origin.
Balik siya sa origin kani. Pag-flow, balik din. So, zero, VO, na-follow?
Yes.
O ha? VO again is 20. Time, unknown, plus 1/2. 9.81. Time, unknown. So, time is equal
Ay,
to,
nalagit ito yung dalawa.
pila?
Ay, dala ito ang answer sa kana.
4 point.
Dala ang answer sa Vigo.
Okay, ane, question. Pila ang time na na-reach niya ang peak? Pila ang time na-reach niya ang peak? Pag-flow. 4. Pagbalik dire. 2.04 dire. Pag naog 2.04 na po. So, meaning times 2. Diba? That makes sense?
Ay, naka-answer na po, di ba Tana? Tumingan ko. Ha? Naka-answer Tana ko. Wala lagi. Ano na?
Nakasabay ba? Nakasabay ba?
Diretso na lang ako, ma'am. Masaya, sumunod siya.
Sama.
Di, naka-answer Tana to. Ano?
Okay, letter D. The time needed for the ball to reach the ground. To reach the ground. So what equation? 1 or 2? 1 or 2?
To reach the ground.
The
Two.
time needed
Ay,
for the
dili
ball
ba?
to reach the ground. Ha? Ay, dili. Ay, and the velocity of the ball at this side. Okay, good. Velocity. Ayun. Velocity sa ball at this instant. So, sa equation. Equation
1.
1. So, we have B is equal to V sub O plus GT. At that instant, so this is 20. So this is equal to 20.02 meters per second. Tama? Ilan ba? 20 ba? Dili kay kuan ka na. Involves mo sila. Ilan 20.02 tama? 20 point. Paano na ko?
Naman ka, Ana.
Ma'am, negative.
Negative 20.02.
Wala na nakisulat. Yan ang wala nakisulat. Ambot lang. Sure. Sina?
Oo, wala yung negative na time. Ani, take note, everyone. velocity upwards, positive. Positive yung answer, ana. Pag pababa, your velocity, negative. Again, pagpasa ka, only positive, 20 meters per second. Pababa, you have velocity equal to negative 20.02 meters per second. Question. Consistent or constant ba ang negative 20 meters per second all throughout the downward motion?
No,
Why?
increase na siya, ma'am.
Why? Nga na siya mag-increase?
Naman na sa
Kay?
Sir,
Nasi?
question?
Nasa
Nasi
acceleration.
gravity. Na-influence full ni gravity. So kung wala si gravity,
Constant lang. Sort of.
wala.
No? Ay, di tama na.
Tao. Hoy,
Tama.
tama. So, because of gravity, gravity is an acceleration, right?
Yes.
So meaning, binadali niya iyahang ipon ang ball. So that's why ang 20, then mag-increase, increase, increase. Pero negative ka mo ng sign. Negative ka mo ng sign, pwede pababa. So let's find letter D. Time needed for the ball to reach the ground. So what equation to use? So for this one, delta y is, what is our delta y?
Wait, natabo.
Dili na naman ano. Gamit ang 50 nila.
Pila ang y? Pila si y?
50. Ay, dili.
Wala?
50, oy, tama, 50.
50?
Negative, negative 50. Zero ang initial, ma'am.
Zero.
Sa ground na na. Oh,
Ay,
yes.
mo na lang mo. 70. D, the NAD.
VO.
20. Ay, dili.
20.
Time. No.
Unknown.
Ay, diri lang gun, diri tanawali, ano, dapat
So
bantay.
time is equal to
Wala baby.
5 point
Ito yung video.
Ay, ang bili ba?
83 seconds. So at the ground, you have time 5.83 seconds. Okay, for letter E, at 5
Mali,
seconds,
kung seconds
time 5
din,
seconds,
pangit
nasa siya. Mga around, nadere. Find the velocity and position of the ball at time 5 seconds. So this one, kasi gamitin ng formula.
Second.
Use velocity sa velocity.
Ay,
First.
First. So V is equal to V sub O plus GD. So V sub O 20 plus so pila?
Ano? Long time nila ako na.
Ano, mura ba tayo tayo mata?
Tama na din time.
5. Ah, man, 5.
Di pa man na.
Ina go.
Pila?
Sa di ba? Sa di.
Ayun, lagi.
This one. Negative. $49.09.
29 ma'am.
0.05 meters per second. And for position at time 5 seconds. So we have y, bilang y?
60.
Unknown.
Ay, ano, hindi.
Minus initial pila?
zero.
0. Good. VO, then 20. Time 5 seconds. Plus
Say velocity dito.
1/2 negative 9.21
Time.
5 seconds squared.
Ay, naman tama go.
Y equal to
Pero, ah,
Ano sa kanang 24 minutes?
29.
Hindi na naman eh.
Naman dito na, day.
correct. Negative
Maliit na isa.
22.63 meters.
Katong sa
So nasa stance,
Dilimig ko siya. Ma'am, pag-awang.
Siya na pag-transpose ng time thing.
Yan na yan.
Wait sa ma'am. Kumpiyansa na ako ma'am.
Layo sa biya.
Chief. Kastan. Nada naman eh.
Process sa nito process. Okay, sa kaniha.
Katunggian na ni ma'am bo. Tunggilayin niya yung formula.
Ay, erase na lang ma'am.
Kaya nabisa the picture sense na kung sa GC.
Wala daw ng picture. Kami.
Wala yung gatekeep of pictures.
Ma'am, ginagatekeep.
Wala yung gatekeep of pictures.
6 fingers.
Dun sa to ni ma'am tunggi ano ko. Bay, nakakopya ka itong ano ni ma'am bay. Katunggi over, good ni ma'am bay.
This one. Nasira ni ninyo?
Yes, ma'am.
Nasira ni?
Answer-answer namin, ma'am.
Everyone's.
Ano to ba?
Nasira ni?
Yes, ma'am. Yung buwang.
Ihatag ako niya squeeze. Baligtasan. This one.
Sige lang.
Nasira na ito namin. Alam mo yun? Okay, everyone's. So let's move on to the next topic, which is motion in two dimensions. Kuhan sa kuha, fast pace na ko na siya, kay ako, behind the kay dad. Tapos, wala na kay klase una, so dapat makuman ako na siya within the day. Practice na namin, nag-try yung S running.
Nalaman. Nalaman.
Sige, sige. Basa-basa lang sa... So for motion in two dimensions, the same lang siya sa one dimension. However, you have the combination of x and y. So for this one, diba, remember this three main equations. This three. Where V of x, na kay V of x dire. These are all in terms of x axis. X-axis ng tanan. Dire. Now, kaning V of x, simuhang motion into dimension mangod, when involved na si y, you have your angle. Na kay angle. Na kay x component, y component, and an angle. So therefore, na kay V of x, and this V of x is equal to V of cosine theta. V of cosine theta. Meaning, ang imuhang angle dire is from the horizontal.
Horizontal.
From the horizontal. So this is your cosine theta. Whereas, this one, na along y-axis, instead of x, you have y. You have your VOY. VOY, again, is your initial velocity along y-axis given a VO sine theta. Ang theta nimo again is your angle from or along the horizontal. This one. So we have, let's jump off to projectile motion.
Ay, mao na itong ano ba yun? Ang dart na itong
Familiar? Kano? Gusto lang limbay. Okay, so projectile motion, explain ako ni siya ha.
Sir, oy.
Diba, you have, throw ka something. Throw ka, projectile motion. Now, this one involves two motion.
Sila itong answer to repeat.
Asa? Sa letter? Asa na, oy?
Wala dyan yung concept. Sa yun na yung concept sa projectile motion. Kaya mula ni siya, it involves two motion. pag along X, manotice nyo nga shape, this one. So from firing point or throw point, you have your X and Y component. Kung saan ang X and Y component, ma'am? X and Y component of your velocity. So velocity, diba this one, you have your VO here. VO here is a vector, and you have an angle. The vector quantity, it has two components, X and Y. So naakay, velocity along X and velocity along Y. Makuha siya using kaning VOY sin theta and VO cosine theta. So for this one, as it progresses, the motion, for example, na kay ball, and this is now your velocity, again, nagyapon siya yung X and Y component. So na kay VOX and VOY. The same gyapon dire. So you have your VOX. Question, ngano wala kay VOY upwards? Ay, pababa naman. Meaning mo ang VOY is 0. So VOY here is 0, but your VOX, hindi siya pwede mahimong 0. Ngano?
Kaya nag-aana pa man siya.
Kaya ang imuhang movement, ano man, horizontal gihapon, forward, forward. Kaya kung mag-0 siya, mag-stop pa po siya diri. Diba? So dapat constant, you have your constant velocity along X. So the same velocity, kung kani siya 20 meters per second, if your VOX is 20 meters per second, all throughout, 20 meters per second din siya. Okay.
Yes.
Until sa mag-zero at rest, in-reach niya ang ground. Now, si VOY naman, ang ingon diri along Y, constant acceleration, pero never siya nag-ingon na constant velocity. Meaning, changing ang velocity nimo along Y. Why? Ano? Because of gravity. So, meaning, changing ang imuhang velocity along Y kay gravity. Pero, ang imuhang acceleration, constant, which is equal to your acceleration is equal to negative
9.81.
9.81 meters per second squared. So, kani siya nag-change. Kung kani 20, kani nag-change ni siya. Depende sa time. So, your velocity here, velocity changes dependent sa time. So, at time 0 second, na kay velocity 0. At time 1 second, na kay velocity dira. VOY nga the value. Then at time 5 seconds, mag-differ na ang value sa imuhang VOY. So nasabtan, ang concept pa lang. Nasabtan, okay, sige.
Ito mag-change ang sa time.
Again, the same lang imuhang formulas. However,
Sa Y, di ba na?
you have the same formulas, but you have different formula for along X and along Y. So sa along X, you have this one. And this one is along Y. So for along X, again, you have constant V. And for along Y, you have constant
Acceleration.
acceleration. So you have this equation, take note. Nani sa inyo hangpan, di ba? Isend na sa inyo, di ba?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
take note of this formula. Din ako siya i-write. You have this one and this one.
Take note, Dugo. Take note, Dugo. Pagdali ko. Pagdali.
So for example, this problem.
Yan eh.
You have a plane carrying
Nag-isend naman pa na, ma'am?
emergency rations to stranded hikers. So naka-plane dire, traveling
Nasaan na ba ang 2 dimension?
at 40 meters per second. So iyahang motion. This one. With a height of 100 meters. So, ang imuhang box is nadiri, target. So, muna iyahang motion downwards up to here. So first, find the package. Where does the package strike the ground relative to the point at which it was released? So ang ipangita dire, ang ipangita ani nga problem, umana ko nga ma'am, nganong dili siya full nga projectile kay ang abi niyo projectile kay ngani siya di ba?
Yes, ma'am.
Ay. Diba inganin yung napan na projectile? But still, maski hindi siya mag-start, projectile kaya pa siya. Dili siya free fall kay dili man siya dili siya straight down. So this one is considered a projectile kay nine angle. So this one you have to find the package strike. So asa siya? This is your delta x. You have to find the range or your delta x kung asa siya relative to the point where it was released. Asa mo siya na-release? This one. This point to this point. So for this equation, or this problem, sa man, sigamitan na to.
Ilo ko'y copy sa mga formula.
Delta x
Delta x times
ha? Delta x VOX time. So we're in VOX is cosine theta time. VO is, sa problem, your VO is 40 meters per second. Oh, question. Naay angle gihatag wala? Wala. Magamit ni dili. Dili. So, sa paggamitan? Ha? Balik ka sa akin ha.
So why?
Balik ka ha. Y? Hindi man magamit si Y kay anong X man. So, sa paggamitan?
Dilitan inverse.
We have to find
Dili ka na yun.
first the time kung ano siya na-reach sa ground, ang package. Nga naman, diba again, we cannot, kung given si angle diri, kung given na daan ang angle diri, pwede natin siya magamit. Pero kung wala gihatag ang angle, we have to find first the time when it reaches the ground. When the package reaches the ground, we have to find first the time. How? Saan? So may given natin na kay VO, na kay height. Wala na yung given mo. VO, height, tapos wala. And G, gravity. Isa pa. Sa gamitan. Balik ka direct sa gamitan. Para makita si time.
Y naman na.
Delta x yung gamit.
Ha?
Delta x mo.
Gamitan si
Pangitaan lang ganun si time na.
Gani, pangita mo.
saan mapapakita kay time?
I-divide siya kuan ma'am. P-initial cosine theta.
Ha?
Kana ma'am.
Ang height ko ba?
Divide.
Meters per second.
Divide both sides.
Wait lang. Diba? Cosine theta. Constant. Si VO cosine theta.
Pangita mo siya. I-divide siya kuan. Delta x divided by VO cosine theta. Divide both sides.
Ay, okay. So, ani, if you have your movement sa plane, notice the movement of your plane. This one.
Paano?
Horizontal. Naay angle wala.
Ay, how?
Zero.
Which is
90?
zero. So,
Zero.
naa. Wala yung ihatag na angle, but have,
Kunya cosine din.
so VO is
40 times 0.
Nabuboy.
time is unknown. So you have to find the times there. You have to find the time first when it reaches the ground. So balik ko sa formula. Kasi gamito nato. 3. Ay, manay times. Ha? This one? Sin theta. Isip ito 5. This one.
Ang third. Ang third.
Third. Naka-final velocity.
Ay, wala di ay.
You can use this one, delta y. Naamantay 100 meters. Delta y. VO sin theta time plus 1/2 GE squared. You have delta y equal to 100 lang. Asa to origin? Asa dire.
Ah, sir.
Negative 100 meters. VO is 40. Sin. Sin 0 is 1. Wait. 0. Plus 1/2. So sin 0 kay
So,
1.
na-cancel na ang ano.
So this one, automatic, 0. You're left with negative 100 is equal to 1/2 negative g t squared. So pila si t? Time.
Wait lang, ma'am.
Kasi mo puna ha?
Four point... Ano eh? 4.515? 4.5... Ay... 4.52.
4.52
Dili ba yun?
seconds. So magamit na siya diri, you have delta x is equal to
40...
so time delta x or your range is equal to pila?
Ma'am, negative.
Ay, take note ha, sa calculator ninyo, please, ayaw i-read yan, inyong calcio, degrees ka degrees. Ay, wrong yun mo.
180.88? 180.8 mo.
Letter B. What are the horizontal and vertical components of the velocity of the package just before it hits the ground? So, ang iyahang Vx and Vy. Just before it hits the ground. Millimeters before it hits the ground. So, pila? Diba you have your equation, check me out, Vx is equal to, diba constant velocity, meaning, kung pila yung mga velocity dire at x-axis, the same siya all out. So Vx is equal to V of x, or
Ay, tama.
VO cos theta.
40
Cos theta.
cos sin theta, or 40
Hindi,
meters
makita
per
ang history sa inyo na ako.
second. Kay Vy,
VO
we do not use for Vy is equal to Voy. Hindi siya correct. Kay kung ang VOY nimo, for example, di ba pag VOY, if we have VOY, VO sine theta, di ba VO is 40, sine 0 pila? Pila ni? 0. True ba na 0 ni siya diri? Di ba dili? So na siya yung value. So we do not use this one. Instead, we use this equation. So VY, VO sine theta, follow yapon, pero with the influence of gravity, plus GT. Plus sa paggamitan ha, plus
Wala na ako sunod do.
Ay, kay negative.
Negative.
para use
Negative. Saan ka nagipangita sa ano?
So VO again is 40
Ang gipangita sa B?
sine 0 plus negative 9.81 time. Ilan time?
4.52 seconds.
Dili boy, natay time. 4.52.
So VY is equal to
Ay, adili ang velocity. Ay,
Zero man ang sunod. So, gano'n na lang, ano, i-add off. Zero naman, di ba naman?
negative 44.34. Negative 44.34.
44.34.
Negative 44.
Okay, ano question? Diba? Sa projectile, tama ba na positive 40 meters per second along X?
Yes. Ay,
Hindi negative.
negative kay bababa man yan.
Correct. Pero this one, tama ba na negative 44 meters per second?
Yes ma'am, kay mga naman ma'am. Pababa.
So, nag-make sense ang velocity.
Cancel ang 40.
So, make sure yung sa exam, pag inyo ang answer, kung wala siya nag-make sense, meaning,
Ma'am, negative ang time mo. Atras ang anak.
Zero kay
negative.
wala may negative na tayo.
Duwag, ang quadratic equation mo na, quadratic equation mo ni. So, meaning, ang isa positive, ang isa negative. Ano ni mo ang positive? Which is positive 4.6.
Ano ni mo na, shift sa may
Dito ba yung real?
Kailan?
Bay, walay time na negative. Sabot ko. Post ako na sa YouTube. Ma'am, pwede post sa YouTube yung klase mo.
Videoan is si ma'am.
I-video na ako ba eh?
Kani doang ko. Zero kita. Ay,
Para po sa
Kuya, wala. Oh, kanang cosine, tata. Yan na lang ni mo ba, dito? Sabay ko kulit ko. Sabay ko. Sila tawag mo talaga. Sa dami na na. Lako. Sa dami na. Ay, sa dami na. Sabato.
Okay na? Pupunta? Next problem. So next problem we have ground. So, wala na itabuan nga problem, kaya nag-play sila with the ball, naglalaro kang ball sa rooftop. Then, may passenger nga, passerby, rather, na nag-throw sa ball pabalik sa rooftop with an angle and initial velocity. With the height, ang height sa building is 7 meters, and naa siya'y height here is 1
Ay, protection.
meter. So 1 meter, this one is 7 meters. So now, question, D is, wait lang. You have D equal to 24
Naabot ang budyo dira sa atin.
meters. So ang point ni passerby sa building is 24 meters. Angle is 53 degrees. Time, the ball takes 2.2 seconds to reach a point vertically above the wall. Wala na gingon nga na-reach niya ang rooftop, but vertically above the wall, 2.2 seconds. So now, question. Find the speed at which the ball was launched. So, kusig palitan din.
Initial velocity.
Initial velocity. So, saan mo pangita kay Vivo?
Ah, mo itong cellphone na yun ko. Pagaling ko.
The first na, sa formula.
First na,
First na. Saba.
sige, ganito ha, kung kani siya, Vx is equal to Vo cosine theta, na kay,
Wala kayo.
Wala kay VO.
This one.
Dili, given.
Delta x ay siya.
Given lang tayo. Pwede na.
So, pwede. Second. So, delta x is equal to Vo cosine theta time.
Kasi VO
Ano siya
ganyan
dito
na to?
na Vo
Ay,
cosine
X.
theta time. So, we
Sabo.
have
24 centimeters.
isolate first Vo. So, we have Vo is equal to
Ay, nayabag na nilon.
cosine theta.
Isolate. Saba, uy.
Delta x or D equal to
Saba, lagi.
cosine
53.
times time na.
2.2.
Therefore, we have Vo equal to
18.13. Yabag. Sunog-sunog.
18.13 meters per second.
Tama, di ba?
Nakuha?
Find the vertical distance by
Next, find the vertical distance by which the ball pierces the wall. So, asang vertical distance? Meaning you have to find
Seven.
Gaggerts.
I got it.
Eh, nga na, di pag, ano ba, isolate sa VO.
you have to find the vertical distance by which the ball pierces the wall. So, meaning, diba, the ball takes 2.2 seconds to reach a point vertically above the wall. So, we have to use the time 2.2 seconds. So, at time here, pila ang displacement, vertical displacement. So, si formula ganito.
So, pag-uama ko.
Ang
Y. Delta Y.
delta y VO sin theta time plus 1/2
So, VO na to.
So for this one, delta y is equal to, this is unknown, VO is equal to 18.13
Sin
sin 3
time 2.20 plus
Negative 9.81
squared 2.20 squared.
Makes sense kay higher than,
Isa ka lang.
makes sense siyang ano?
Higher than
Kay higher than
Higher than 7.
meters. If yung answer din less than 7 meters, meaning wrong.
Please siya.
Ang solusyon. So, dapat above 7 meters ang answer. Next, letter C. Find the horizontal distance from the wall.
Ma'am, wait some... Ay, okay na.
Find the horizontal distance from the wall to the point on the roof where the ball lands.
18.13. Ay, oh, tama. Dahil go, tama.
Asan siya nag-land?
Muli lagi po ako.
Stop.
6 meters.
Kung oro dito ko po. Ayos, ayos, ayos. Muli lagi 8.11. Masay mo, abay.
So, horizontal distance from the wall to the point on the roof where the ball lands. So, kani. Diba this
Mag-spring
was
kamay.
already 24
Pwede nilagay ka.
Dili, ang answer ni mo kay dapat small. Small answer. Kanila hindi lang siya. So, we use what formula?
Delta X.
Delta X, ma'am.
Dara.
Equal to x. Delta x is equal to... Correct, correct.
Patay, di ba?
Ano siya? Question. Ano si Delta x? Ano siya, di ba? So, we have to find first the
Time.
time. Time to reach.
May ano man na sa wall. Time dito sa nalan.
We have to find first the time to reach the rooftop floor. So, time to
Ay, sa 81 by
seconds. So, kita ni, time direct. Dapat more than 2.2 seconds yung answer.
So, 2.20 ganun.
Must be more than 2.2 seconds. So, sa may panalit, tama, correct. Displacement B1. Plus 1/2. This one will be BO
Sin theta.
sin theta plus 1/2
Wala sa ano.
GT squared. Pila itong dataway? 8.11.
Yes, ma'am.
8.11, no, ni. Na-reach na ang rooftop floor. Sa 7. So, minus 7, meaning hindi siya nag-land.
6.
Pila?
6.
6. Yan ang 6.
1 minus 7 meters.
Ay, sino ang top floor? 6 meters. 7 minus 1 meter. So,
Kasha in not.
makes sense.
Dili ba?
So, BO again is 18.
7 ang ano na. Ang house sa house. Tapos gimenasan sa kanang gamay na.
Plus 1/2. Ay, natin time ulit time. Okay, time t squared. So, Chef Sol, time is equal to? Ano si time?
Chief Soap.
1,500,000
Okay ba ni nga diri sa bigas sa side?
Wala na.
5 seconds.
So, yes, ma'am.
2.45 seconds. So, we now use this one.
Bay, dara ba yun?
Pero, natay 2 ways how to solve this problem. Pwede dahil sa substitution dere. Pero kung i-2.45 na ito siya dere, ang makuha ni mga answer kay from this point to this point. The distance, then i-minus lang sa 24. Pwede po nga we use delta x is equal to VO cosine theta delta t. Where delta t here is VO, ito 18.13 meters per second, cosine 53.
Oh, yung ulo!
Delta t is, pila mo ang final time?
2.45.
Minus, ganun 2.20. Ay, 2.20 this one.
Ikan sa 24.
Diba, t is 2.20, t here is 2.85 seconds. So, different time, same point. So, this one will be equal to
2.73? 2.73, ma'am. 2.73 po. Yes po. Tama ba? Yes, ma'am.
Oh my God. 2.7.
Oh, ha? 2.73 meters. I-try ninyo solve. Sa iluhan niya, i-try solve nga. Each automatic T here is 2.45. Tapos ang makuha ninyo kay kanya siya. Subtract sa 24 meters. Dapat ang answer niya still 2.73.
8. Ano to?
24 minus 26.
So, ganit time. Assign 2.45.
Sa to, gani. Ang time ako ibutang kay...
Stay lang.
Okay, now get 1/2 yellow paper crosswise. Silver lining. Naanadaan sa PPT ang quiz. So, sa mga nag-try, dili ako yata sa i-explain na lang, i-discuss na ako to si Monkey. Dala Monkey yun. Si Iba na, si Sir Steve, si Sir Reggie na siya.
Hello.
Ito na, i-discuss na ako ni.
Gab.
Paborito na problem ni Sir Reggie. Sir
Uy, ayaw good, ma'am. Siya rin nakagets, ma'am.
So, good news. Ang ihatag na ko nga quiz kay nana siya daan sa PowerPoint. Hindi open ninyo tong file nga gisan ni Andrea o nag-try mo solve ato. Perfect na mo daan sa quiz.
Ma'am, delay dyan, ma'am.
Okay, get 1/2 yellow paper crosswise and answer these two problems.
Pwede mag-cellphone video or
Ma'am, magtanaw po niya sa...
Ano yung mga sa ligas?
Ma'am, wala